I'm happy to come back to you and hit you once again with another content around this time in regards to social media setup and why they want to ban TikTok and why other content channels, apps, and whatever etc. are still capitalizing. Remember, some of these channels, social media apps we use, they are American oriented and they are American interest. When you talk about TikTok, it's a Eastern kind of a business entity on its own. Recently, they passed a law, federal government, that it wants the Congress to, ban TikTok in America. Wow. If you look at how Americans reacted, it was crazy. Recently, someone was bullied down street of New York because of using TikTok. That is something that's interesting. I didn't know why they did that, but I would like to know. Maybe you can comment there below and tell me why they had to ban TikTok and why it is not allowed anymore in America. Is it because of business interest, or is it because it is not an American company and it is data mining? Whatever conspiracy allegedly might it be, definitely that could be the root cause of this problem. What do you think? TikTok helps Americans, it helps Africans, it helps Europeans to socialize, to interact, to entertain, to have what we call business oriented and social structure setup kind of, thinking or perception or sense of belonging, where you have freedom to just be able to choose the corporation that want to serve your interest. And now TikTok is actually a system of Chinese company ByteDance subsidiary that is actually trying to make a living like any other company. But when it comes to the interests, capitalistic interests, they have to guard the patent right, or either they own 50% of that company. Maybe that is where they are heading to. And I don't think the CEOs and the board of directors and the shareholders of TikTok company will allow that to happen. Maybe in the future, but not now. It hasn't done any harm. It doesn't even participate in political swings. It doesn't even participate in creating geopolitical jeopardy. It's just a friendly app that everyone can feel free. What I do not encourage is you put your all sign in details into these accounts of subscription. Make sure the number you use to receive the emails, to receive whatever you receive, are not affiliated to your banking details, and just make it sure it's just a number for that work, not for other things. That way I will say we will be safe, because most important thing is to make sure nobody knows about how you do transactions, and particularly when it comes to finances and social behavior. But if it's just for freelance use, TikTok, I don't see anything wrong with it. You can have freedom to use it, but why they want to limit it is for their own business interest. They're saying TikTok company is targeting American teenagers with the intention of influencing them, the way they think, the way they perceive things. Unlike in China, you don't have YouTube, you don't have, I don't think they have WhatsApp or what, they have their own version, which is controlled and regulated by the government in a way that it will not have a negative influence on their youth. Now, this social breakdown is what I was talking about in my previous video, whereby you allow your children to have so much freedom and access to everything when they are young, watching those action movies, murders, and all those things on the social media. And then when it hits you back in the old age or in the middle life crisis, you say that it is a moral breakdown. Actually, these are not the things I have been advocating for. I have been into the interest of transformation. And when I say transformation, I mean doing the right corrective business with integrity and ensuring that you give the best out of the best, so that we can mold a society that is lively. And to be lively means it is meeting the moral standards. If you look at why they banned YouTube in China, it is something that's sinister. They really value their culture. Chinese people, they value their culture so much. They don't want someone who is going to disrupt their culture or to influence it through social media. Chinese people, they know America is what it is because of the media fraternity and the power of the media and social influence. And that is why they own the rights of these social media companies and Chinese people, they regulate. It's not like the way it is in West. You can post anything and nobody will ask you a question or tell you, sorry, you're not supposed to do this. In America, you own anything and you say anything at any one given time. That thing is a big problem, and it's a big problem simply because it's affecting the society later on. We are having a generation of gun violence in America, moral breakdown, and other affiliations that are taking place. These are the hubs of future deliberated behavior that emanated from the past. America has been at war for all its life since it was created in 1700. Up to date, it is always fighting. There must be a war now and then. And this war is one that is causing all this problem up to date. Will there be a century of 100 years old without war in America? How will the world look like? Because America makes money with war, and war builds capitalism, and monopoly is the key. So Americans, they are interested in that, and that is actually what they want. We are going to put emphasis on this in the next few weeks to come and discuss what we are supposed to engage. And with those few words, I would like to leave you there and actually make you feel, be at home and know even TikTok is a company like any other company, and it has freedom of investment without conditions as long as it is not breaking anybody's rule. This war on tech actually will change. I don't know when and how, but actually with time we're gonna see what's the future for. So with those few words, I leave it there. I'll come back to you in the next maybe plus minus 15 minutes. I have something else to say.